Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Jon Bones Jones. Jon Jones of the UFC, he wants Dana White to release him from his contract. And he claims that over the Wilder number claims. Okay, now get this. Jon Jones has called for Dana White to release him from the UFC contract after insisting he never asked for Deontay Wilder's numbers for his next fight. White claimed that light heavyweight champion Jon Jones asked for $30 million in order to step up to heavyweight and face contender Francis Ngannou, a figure similar to that made by boxer Wilder for his second heavyweight bout against Tyson Fury. President White added to reporters, he says, "We have text messages from Jon Jones. It's not like I can't prove what I'm saying is true, okay? But I'm not going to put his text messages out in the press, but I could." Jon Jones was not impressed, however, and he insisted he never made such demands as he responded to White on Twitter. He says, "If you're going to stick to these lies, I'm going to stick to defending myself," he wrote. "Please have your lawyer, Hunter Campbell, release those text messages. Don't be a effing liar. My reputation has already taken enough hits. I don't need this BS, Dana. I never asked for Deontay Wilder's numbers. And how about since Deontay is making $30 million, we settle for half that since you said that I'm the GOAT and everything. I don't make half of the money Deontay Wilder makes. If my reputation causes you to undervalue me this much, just go ahead and release my contract from USC altogether. I'm sure some promoter somewhere will be more than happy to pick me up. And if I wanted to compare money to someone else, I would compare my money to my brothers, former NFL defensive lineman Arthur and Arizona Cardinals outside linebacker Chandler. I see firsthand the way the NFL treats their champion athletes. There's a huge difference. I've kept my mouth shut my entire career." Wow. Drama, 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 people. Jon Jones and Dana White. Well, I say this like Floyd Mayweather says best. The proof is in the pudding. The numbers don't lie. And, the proof's in the pudding. And, show me. I'm from Kansas City, so you got to show me. Right? He's from Grand Rapids. I just added that in there before someone starts. Right? But what do I think about this? Hey, I think that if someone says I have proof of something, and we've learned this over the last couple years about negotiations and what people say to, that affects their credibility. Okay. If someone has proof, go show it. Expose it. You know what I mean? Because you got one guy saying this didn't happen. And then you got another guy that said, you text me this, which Dana White's saying, I'm saying, hey, show it, show what you need to show to prove me wrong. Because, one guy saying one thing, another guy saying the other thing, it's quite complicated, but it's quite simple at the same time, people, because all it is Jon Jones, saying he didn't text or any of that. So Dana White has to show what he says he has. Let us show it, expose it. But I will say this. I think the problem is with Jon Jones is he doesn't want to fight Ngannou. And I think he wants more money. And I think if he did text Dana White with that amount of money, he was comparing himself to Deontay Wilder. But we all know that boxers, star boxers, mind you, they make more money than star UFC fighters. Very limited guys make that amount of money, and honestly, Conor McGregor is an exception, okay? And then Conor McGregor had to come over to the boxing world to get the type of payday that he got. So it wasn't like that. So if I'm Jon Jones, to counterpunch what he's saying, if what he's saying is true, okay, fine. But if he wants to be released from his contract and you're not just popping off shit, what I think Jon Jones should do, because he mentioned this before, I'll take on Joshua, I'll take on Wilder. I think he should come over to boxing. He's saying I could easily get another promoter. And then he starts comparing what his brothers makes to himself. Well, how about comparing yourself to someone in the boxing world? Because if it happened for Conor and he can get that amount of money, and everybody, Tom, Dick, and Harry wants to fight him in the boxing world, why not you, brother? You know what I mean? I think that Jon Jones, if he feels that Dana White, the president of that federation, UFC, and all that good stuff, right? If that's what he's doing, I think he should come over to the boxing side if he wants to make the money that Deontay Wilder's making. His name is already known. If he's supposed to be the GOAT, Chael Sonnen says that he can beat Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali in the same night, mind you. If that's the case and people believe that, and he believes that, right, he needs to come over here and see what he can do with those long arms. Okay? Breaking bones when he hits, that type of stuff, John Bones. Come over here if you want double the money that you've made. Double your contract of what Deontay Wilder made. And mind you, what Wilder made, that was the last fight. That wasn't the fights previous. Okay? But it is true. Boxers make more than UFC fighters again. So if Jon Jones wants to test his might, he needs to leave Dana White. And like he's saying, hey, I never said anything, but I'm saying it now. So that means he's not happy with what he's making in comparison to his brothers, in comparison to boxing. You know he ain't going to be a football player, right? So, hey, come on over to the boxing world and see what you can do. Be like Conor. See, do what Conor couldn't. And then if you can do what Conor couldn't, you would be looked at in a different light. And that's truth. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Jon Jones and Dana White and all this release of contract and $30 million conspiracy and question and what have you. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.